Revenge, damn you. Meow, killed my brethren. Meow, die. I wonder what an angry probe would sound like. Just think just a standard robot from a 60s movie going ape. Yeah, going ape. Well, you have this thing with the commentators who try to avoid swearing. Sometimes we do by accident, but then it's by accident. There, I prevented it. Haha. Fantasy now thinking of taking his natural expansion. As his Dragoons pressing his natural. And at least be able to take out the supply depot and break this. 4 Dragoons alongside a Zealot. They're going to be able to take supply depot. The supply depot is going to go down. There is a tank, siege tank that will help defend the little submarine, but Fantasy's line is broken here. Oh, one single tank is going to prevent Zealot goes down. Just these 4 Dragoons are not actually going to push in, not going to attempt to take on that tank. There's also the factory still producing. Stork, despite managing to take out supply depot, early pressure, not really managed to do much else. Fantasy is, if he manages to, if he gets allowed to put down a base, he's going to be a pretty good position. You've noticed that these players, despite having started the game, have not saying a single freaking word to each other. Not hello, not goodbye, not good luck, not have fun, not GG, not your mother is a cow and I will kick you. Nothing at all. Just, I'm not sure if that's a perfectly good insult over there in Korea. I have no idea how they insult each other, but I think calling somebody's mother a cow works just fine as an insult if you want to go there. Your mother's so fat she has her own satellite. Ooh. CV Scout gonna go out, gonna get killed by some Dragoons. Meanwhile, Stork just trying to get up a defensive positioning. Adding in just gateways upon gateways upon gateways upon gateways. 4 gateways, not even thinking of tech at this point. Has a robotics facility there as well. He might be thinking of some drops, and he's just gonna apparently thinking of just pumping nothing but goons at this point. He's gonna be able to do so until he can pressure. I think he got range at this point. 4 gateways can be able to pump as much as he wants. There is a starport coming up for Fantasy, the opposite side, and Stork might want to think about getting his own mineral only, just so he can keep up economically. Getting Zealot so far, and robotics facility, I'm not quite sure if he's building anything there. No, never mind, yes, he already has his initial shuttle, going to get some Zealots. Of course, he needs, if he wants to try to be effective against those tanks, he's really going to need some Zealot bombs. There is, however, the starport. Already, I'm not quite sure if he went for the control tower, so I assume he's going to go for dropships. I don't think he's going to be going raids at this point. There's really no point going raids, especially when so many goons on the ground. A lot of Zealots, 2 shuttles, so there's going to be a Zealot bomb heaven just being ready, just trying to drop on top of those tank lines while he moves in close with those Dragoons. 2 shuttles going to go in and fly while Dragoons all trying to position themselves just outside the natural expansion. 6 Dragoons here, not much else. We've just been producing Zealots so far, so he's going to try to push down the ground with air forces as well. Possibly just try to capture Fantasy off guard as, moving in with Dragoons, and all of a sudden, what are all these Zealots doing from these shuttles? Observer shuttles are coming up, so he's going to have observers on the field fairly soon. Still hasn't gotten his second gas, so he still has a lot of minerals. Let's see, there's a bunker in there, though, so that might be injured. There's a dropship on the opposite side. They're all going to be Zealots running in very close wall as well. Mine's going to be flying outside, going to hit some of those Dragoons. Dragoons are still going to be able to do some damage, while these Zealots are going to surround the bunker. The bunker instantly going to go down. Some Vultures coming in, trying to engage the Zealots alongside as well. Dragoons going to be just outside the natural expansion. Gary just going to be able to range a lot due to those Zealots on the opposite side. Even more Dragoons coming in to help support. One supply depot is going to go down, and the Dragoons are going to be able to penetrate some the SCVs just trying to come in, try to block. Zealots still in play, trying to attack the tanks. They're going to go down, not going to be able to do anything here, but Stork here, beautiful penetration here. He's going to be, oh man, Fantasy in absolute trouble. His wall is broken, didn't have nearly enough forces on the ground, just went, tried to take up too quickly, tried to get too many bases too quickly, honestly, I believe, and just did not have enough ground forces. Quite a few of the Dragoons are dead, but still, some of the Zealots alive. They're just going to, never mind, some of the Dragoons just put inside of the shuttles, now going to come in close, and then those tanks, mines being put in, trying to surround, but ooh, beautiful micro, just beautiful timing there by Stork, as he continuously pushed down Nuke, as he commented this game, must have been absolutely ecstatic. Even more Dragoons just pushing on the natural expansion, mines being wasted into thin air because beautiful micromanagement there by the shuttles. Dragoons are going to come and take out tanks that just come out of those factories, and Fantasy now in a horrible position, and honestly the guy looked freaking depressed. He's like 2 steps away from crying there. Outside in the corner, where's the chatting? There's no. These guys are taking the shot so freaking seriously. It's probably the glasses. As he's just trying to prepare the bunker, as he has, I think, one single Marine in there. So he's just trying to surround some Dragoons, and they also take some lives that way. Ooh, one Dragoon loses its life to a mine there. Vultures just trying to be spawned and put down some mines. He's still trying to engage. One more tanks pops out of the factory. We're going to see it actually gets taken out instantly, but there is a dropshipping play now finally for Fantasy. He's desperate, still trying to stay into this. If he manages to somehow get his forces up, he's going to be in a decent position, but, well, actually, no, he's not, but Just desperately try to hold on for now. Stork, meanwhile, getting his mineral only and still pressuring, taking on the dropship. Tanks get dropped down, but it is going to get taken out. Svi is not going to be able to repair. National expansion is lost at this point. Far too many Dragoons pushing in, even more on the way. And all the Svis are just fully fighting. Submarines also dying their mines, being useless. Those observers on the field. So just beautiful play overall. Beautiful all-in play here by Stork as Fantasy sends in his last SCVs and one tank there. And GG and GG. And that was not a casual game at all when you really think about it, man. Honestly, a little bit of a smirk there from Fantasy, but honestly, the looks on their faces say everything. It's like they're already in Proleague mode. Although there is a big smile there. So, Passion Team still manages to hold on. Yay! High fives to Flash and Jaedong, both of which are guys who have taken titles from him. And finds on the opposite side, the opposite bench just goes, sorry guys. It's really fun to see All-Star game where you got such stacked. I mean, seeing Stork, Jaedong, and Flash on the same bench. Oof. GG guys, wrenching out. Thanks for listening. One more game left in this All-Star game. I have no idea if they're actually supposed to be ace matches. So if there happens a draw, what happens? Nope, 6 matches. I'm pretty sure that's the way it goes. Well, we're going to see what happens. GG guys, wrenching out. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed. Of course you did. Why wouldn't you?